This next music video is by a musician, the name of Jake Stringer. He has a music video for his song Ozark Home. I'm excited to jump into it. Let's keep it short, sweet, and get it ripping. Okay, already a little bit different. Oh, come on. Oh, man, the fact that he even attempted to pretend like he turned his bike on its side, which that's scary as shit to begin with, because you know how much damage you do just even trying to stage that to a bike? Just trying to stage the idea of turning a bike over or flipping a bike or whatever, you know, that's so fucking sketchy, man. He would have been better off just the bike ripping across. Obviously, it's in slow motion, but ripping across the screen and then done all the sound effects so you don't run the risk of tearing up the bike like that. But anyways, neither here nor there. That's one of them things where it's like you don't mean to do it, and then it happens while it's on your set, and it's like, oh shit, it's like a real oh shit moment. I had that happen to me once on a film set. I was producing. It was during like a film challenge where you had X amount of days to create a film. And I had this idea of having my buddy's Corvette, was he driving, a Corvette or a Mustang? I don't remember. It was like an older Corvette or a Mustang. And I had this idea of it coming ripping around a corner and doing like a screeching halt, like a screeching, like, you know, that sort of thing. But what I didn't realize was we had been using his car all day. So we had to do a thing where he ripped out of a driveway and then he took off from a stop. Like we were just showing like the passage of time. And once we got home, his brakes were so hot that it was like butter, so it wouldn't really stop it. So he comes ripping around this corner. He goes to hit the brakes, but his car doesn't stop because his brakes are so smoothed over. And he damn near takes out my buddy's barn. And it was like, oh fuck, I almost just really did something bad, but luckily nothing happened. And when I saw that motorcycle thing, that just played in my mind. I'm like, oh fuck. Okay. Little old film vibes here.
I'm walking down these city streets, I'm tripping over my 2 feet, thinking about the way you looked at me.
Mm-hmm.
Spitting out sunflower seeds, I've got a few more.
See, now the hard part with this music video, and not that there's anything that you can, well, no, there's a lot you can do about it, but I'm going to just call it out. Because he's shooting in so many different, or whoever's producing this or shooting this, because they're shooting in so many different locations, they didn't white balance properly. So like, this looks a lot more bluer, but then you go to the shot of the woman with the horse, it looks a lot warmer with the oranges and reds. And that's just because he didn't color balance everything the same, which is always really interesting when that happens.
It's all I got, kill the time between the things that I came here to do, the reason I had to leave you, the feeling far between.
He also looks a little hot in the face there, like the white balance. Oh, why'd you do that? Oh no. Oh, why'd you do that? Oh no. Go back.
It's far between and few. I may.
You gotta blend your light sources, my guy. What are you doing? You gotta make, like, you can tell that there's external lights for this setup. You gotta try and make it look as natural as possible, because, like, you're just blowing out his face. Oh, why'd you do that? pretty cool drone shots.
Rolling Stone. It's the only life that I've ever known. Takes me a long, long way from my Ozark home.
Yeah, this is definitely another student project. I can pick up on that one right now. Definitely a student project.
My mama's got a heart of gold. Do what you gotta do, I'm told. Just don't let them wear on your soul. Think about my friends sometimes, too caught up to drop a line. Do they feel left them all behind? Darling, don't you get me started. I knew I'd leave you broken hearted the day that I picked up this old guitar. I'm a long
All right. So, just a little film tip for all the aspiring filmmakers, movie makers, music video makers, video makers. Just because a scene needs light doesn't mean you need to throw your lights up at 100% the entire time, or at full power. Because then you run into this issue. I've had this issue before. I've done this mistake, and it looks terrible every time. Where you look at a scene and you see, okay, it's dark in here. We need to put some light on it. The trick is to make it look natural. That's 100% the trick. And the second you try and just make it as bright as possible, that's where the issues start to come in. Because now you can see all their shadows running. And honestly, there are never any situations at a show where everything needs to be as bright as possible on stage. Like, you'd have been better off just letting it be naturally lit like it's on a stage, because they've already presented it as the fact that this is a show, this is on stage, this is what it naturally is. So instead of making it look like a bright, like lighting it up with everything you got, make it look natural. Make it look like it's actually a stage. Like, yes, it's going to be darker, it's going to be weird, but instead of just throwing up a bunch of bright lights so that everything is visible, because like even in this shot that I stopped at, yeah, you can see the lead singer, but I didn't even notice the fucking drummer sitting back there. Like, everything, you're only lighting for certain things, which looks unnatural. But if you try and light it as if it was a show, so instead of putting all your lights just above the head of your people and kind of shining down, maybe you take your lights and point them up, put like really cool color filters on them, and make it look like a show. Build an atmosphere, make it feel natural. This just feels like an uncomfortable acoustic set that they're playing, and the lights are just kind of like right in front of them. It's just like, hey, we're going to throw lights up because we think we need to. No, don't do that. Make it feel as natural as possible. That's all I'm going to say. So let's continue.
away from my Ozark home. And I lift those rolling hills like a rolling stone.
The cinematic shots are cool. I do like the cinematic shots, like the cutaways that aren't the show, like this show.
Takes me a long, long way from my Ozark home.
Like that shot of the
In those blue eyes, a piece of me, I hope to one day make you see you're born into the kind of life I lead. Someday soon you'll understand that God makes every kind of man. Can't choose the one that you were meant
That's a cool shot. Oh, why'd you do that? Oh. It was a cool shot until he stepped in front of his light source, until he stepped in front of the sun, and the kind of silhouette effect it was doing. Oh, that was such a cool shot. See, like right here, had the camera just kind of kept moving to keep the dude, the lead singer, I'm guessing it is, in the right side of his frame, so that light gives it that cool haze and gives them, you could still pick out definition, so it's not a full-blown silhouette, but because they're also shooting on auto, once he steps in front of this light source, everything automatically fixes. Watch this. Yep. Because he was shooting in auto, I would have kept that camera kind of moving with him and just kind of tried to keep that cool haze and the semi, not out of focus, but you're not picking up clear detail from it. So that's a cool shot. That's a cool shot. I don't quite get the push in on people in the crowd. I don't quite get that. Wait a minute. I just noticed something. Go back. Huh. Why did he automatically... Okay, so... Did somebody shoot it in a different aspect ratio? And he just decided not to change it? Or whoever edited this thing together? Why would you do that? Like, I get it, it happens, but just punch in and zoom in, like, and boom, you're fixed, you're good. Oh, so funny. So funny. Anyways, it wasn't that bad of a music video. It was pretty decent. Like, it was definitely a DIY project. You can definitely tell that, but they had an idea, they ran with it. It was consistent. Yes, the music scenes, like the performance scenes, were a little jarring because they were lit oddly. It didn't feel like a show. But like the cinematic cutaways, they did some really cool things. They did some really interesting things. They had some interesting ideas that they started with, and then either they didn't follow through with it, or just it was a cool concept from one aspect, and then once the scene kind of plays out, it doesn't play the same. But yeah, you got a music video out. Like at the end of the day, that's the important thing, is you put something out. It wasn't terrible. It was in focus. It was, it was complete. It was all these things. So like, looking on the positive side, you got something out, you put it up on YouTube or social media, it's promoting your music. So congratulations. I think the story was there. There was a cohesive story kind of being told. I just think that some of the technical things kind of bit the music video in the butt a little bit. Like the lighting was an issue, just a lot of little technical things, but depending on who was shooting it and how much experience they had, I get it. Like, I 100% get it. I've fallen for those same issues too, where it's like you're sitting in a dark room and you feel like you got to throw up as much light as possible, and that's not always the case. That is just not always the case. And plus, trying to manipulate light isn't the easiest thing in the world anyway. So I get it. 100% get it.